Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Crypto Takeover here, coming back with a Bitcoin cryptocurrency video for you today. We got two news articles that we're going to go over, jump on over into the charts, and then take a look and see what's going on with the Bitcoin charts. Bitcoin currently sitting at about 32,200 as of right now. Our two news articles, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency 2020 turnaround. So let's see what's going on here. The year started off slowly, but turned into a party at the end. Yes, that is definitely very true. If you are in the cryptocurrency space, that is very, very true. And then also by Reuters here, Bitcoin emergence as digital gold could lift price to $146,000, says JP Morgan. Wow, JP Morgan now bullish on Bitcoin. What's going on here, folks? All right, something must be going on. So let's go ahead and dive on into it and get started. Here we go. All right, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency 2020 turnaround. So yes, if you were in the cryptocurrency space, you definitely experienced a nice bullish move from Bitcoin, and you could be possibly partying right now. At the beginning of 2020, the prospects of Bitcoin to USD by an extension of cryptocurrency markets do not look too bright. Both were fitfully attempted to shake off the prologue price slump and rise in crypto prices. Market liquidity remained low, and institutional investors were still shying away from cryptocurrencies. Then the pandemic happened. Multiple rounds of unchecked stimulus, spending, and central banks shook Bitcoin from its price stupor to strengthen its economic position as a store of value. Its price coasted past $20,000 record set nearly 3 years ago during the booming economy in the early December, and skyrocketed by more than 200% since the beginning of this year. Meanwhile, cryptocurrency markets have jumped to $760 billion, a hair's breadth away from $800 billion market cap valuations in 2017, moving up significantly from $185 billion market cap at the start of the year. Key takeaways, and so we're going to go on into our key takeaways here from the Bitcoin price action. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency skyrockets to new highs in 2020 as fears microeconomic instability drove investors toward a new asset class. Bitcoin and major beneficiaries of the institutional investors and banks announced investments into cryptocurrency and its trading ecosystem. However, the crypto ecosystem is still plagued by several problems such as scams and low liquidity. What caused the increase in Bitcoin's price? Obviously, we probably know this, that institutional investors were getting involved in the space, right? For the most part, folks, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that way y'all can be updated every single video that we make on this channel. We go over the crypto news and charts pretty much every single day as this bull run decides to continue. Chief among them was and continues to be central banks' policies during the pandemic shutdown. Analysts have cited microeconomic instability resulting from unchecked stimulus. Okay, so yeah, obviously, you know, hyperinflation of the dollar is occurring right now. We're also getting, just massive, just unsurety in our markets economy, so people are going to be looking to hedge against the inflation of the dollar. It's pretty much the same thing we always say on our videos, folks, and so that's basically what this article is about. What will be different, or will this time be different? Let's see what this goes into. As much as things have changed from 2017, they also remain the same. Bitcoin price is scarcely volatile. In the past week alone, the cryptocurrency has added 100 billion in its overall market cap, while whizzing past 29,000. That's just Bitcoin for you, folks. I mean, that's just Bitcoin. It is the honey badger of all fiat currencies. Of course, it's going to be skyrocketing like this. The volatility is fertile ground for scammers, hackers. Yeah, and that's why we teach you how to be safe. That's why we have a beginner course in crypto. It teaches you how to be safe. Path to cryptocurrency, link in the description box below. If you want to learn how to store your crypto safely and make sure that you're staying safe out there, you can check out the teachable course that we have available in the link in the description box below. And then also, regulations getting involved too as well. But at the same time, man, I just feel like the government is so far behind on this. It doesn't even matter anymore. People are just going to continue to jump into this space. It doesn't matter, and they're going to try and shake you out as much as possible, or tell you that you shouldn't be getting into it, when at the same time they're in the back buying it all up for the most part, right? Through the lesser issue today, while large exchanges and liquidity program remains, price disparity between crypto exchanges continues to exist. Honestly, this article I feel like is a little bearish, to be honest. I'm kind of done reading it, honestly. It just talks about why you shouldn't be getting into the space pretty much. But also at the same time, it just talks about, that 2020 was a year to party for us at the end of the year, right? All right, moving on to our next article, Reuters here. Oh my gosh, JP Morgan now bullish on Bitcoin. What the heck is going on? They are predicting $146,000 Bitcoin, as a price surge, possibly. Digital currency Bitcoin emerged as a rival to gold and could trade as high as $146,000 if it becomes established as a safe haven asset, investment banks JP Morgan said on Tuesday. Wow, folks. Okay, so this article is brand new. It just came out. Interest in the world's biggest cryptocurrency has soared with this year, with investors viewing Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation and alternative to the depreciating dollar. The rush led into Bitcoin prices more than a tripling in the past 6 months, and record peak of 34,800 on January 2nd. Bitcoin's competition with gold has already started in our mind, the Wall Street Bank strategies and said in note, citing recent 7 billion outflows from gold, more than 3 billion in inflows in Grayscale Trust. That could make a new dawn for a whole volatility digital currency after years of play for speculations and retail preneurs. Okay, consider how big the financial investments into gold is. A crowd out of the gold and alternative crypto currency implies big upside for Bitcoin a long term, JP Morgan said. Bitcoin is likely to outshine gold as millennials become more important component in the investment market over time, and given their preference for digital gold over the traditional bullion, JP Morgan said. With the market capitalization at 575 billion, the Bitcoin price would need to nearly fivefold up to $146,000 to match the value of the private gold wealth held in gold bars, coin exchanges, traded funds, banks noted, added. JP Morgan strategist said upside in conditional and volatility of Bitcoin converging that the gold is with that gold in the long term. Okay, interesting. And so then we also have our chart here comparing to gold to Bitcoin, and this is just outstanding, folks. We're starting to see a little bit of recovery on gold. We'll take a look at our gold charts moving forward, and but you can just see that Bitcoin has just been steadily outperforming gold so much. And there's no way to fake Bitcoin either. With gold, there's there's no immutable ledger that can't tell you if your crypto is fake or to tell you if your gold is fake or not. You kind of have to do your own tests when it comes to precious metals sometimes too, and that can take some due diligence. So obviously nothing on here is financial advice. If you want to seek investments, obviously consult with your financial advisor. I'm just some guy on YouTube here making videos, so don't believe anything that I say. And let's see here. So we're going to go on over into the charts. Let's go ahead and get started and see what's going on with Bitcoin, and let's take a look at gold today too as well. All right, taking a look at Bitcoin, folks. Currently, we are seeing somewhat of a little bit of a sell-off period here. As you can see on our charts, we did have a nice liquidity dump. I consider this more of a liquidity dump. There was really not a lot of sign on our chart saying that this was going to stay down to the bottom side. We are already having our recovery here on our 2-hour chart. Money flow on our 2-hour chart still looks relatively good for the most part too as well. You can see that we're starting to push up here too for the most part. Bitcoin price sitting right at around $32,200 or so, ready to maybe pop up into that 32,200 or 250 here pretty soon too as well. We are starting to get a nice green dot or blue triangle here on our candles too, that is kind of signaling for us that we could have some upside potential. Like I said, Cipher B's also momentum waves, trigger waves are pushing to the upside here on our 2-hour time frame. So definitely looking for a nice retest, possibly at these higher these last highs at about 33,000, maybe going back up to 34,000 or so. So I have no doubt that we could probably retest back up here where we topped out at about 34,000 in the near term future, maybe going on into the rest of this week. So we did draw out some triangles on our lower time frames, and I did want to show y'all what the 4-hour chart looked like too as well. You can see here that we were holding support above our 21 EMA. Now we've pushed back up above our 21 EMA on our 4-hour chart, and our 6-hour chart completely held our 21 EMA, never closed below it, and we are having our first green Heikin-Ashi candle here on our 6-hour chart. Also going back to our 4-hour chart, we can see on Cipher B, it has given us a green dot here, a nice little tight green dot to push us back to the upside. We were expecting more of a move when it came to our 90-minute time frame, and we got that green dot, but you can see that we continue to sell off here after we got the green dot, kind of a fake out, and now we're starting to see our momentum trigger waves send us back to the upside here on Cipher B2 as well. So I did want to show you what we had drawn out on our charts too as well. For our most part, maybe we can get a little bit of an idea and clear direction of what's going to happen here. You can see that these triangles have pretty much played out perfectly for us. So our next consolidation triangle is where this is currently where we're experiencing it out right now, where it looks like we're expecting probably a break here sometime pretty soon. So I have no doubt that we could be pushing up to some of our higher fib levels. This is our 1 point extension, or this is our extension fib levels. And so what we have is probably about the 786 area, which is where we topped out at last time, sitting at about 34,000. Our 1 point extension would be at about 36,000. So I think that Bitcoin's probably going to be gearing up to probably move into that 1 point extension area right at about 36,000. But we're also looking for a retest at our previous high, maybe at about 33,000, and then possibly back up to $34,000. So these are some levels to look at using our extension fib levels here too as well. So if y'all are interested, y'all can screenshot that and take a look at it. But let's go over into gold. Let's take a look at the dominance chart really quick before we sign off from there, or before we sign off for Bitcoin. Taking a look at the dominance chart, you can see here that we've currently been having a nice sell-off with our Bitcoin dominance, and it does look like we are finding a little bit of a flat here on our 2-hour chart. Let's keep zooming out here, maybe on our daily chart, see what's happening. Daily chart also looking like it's possibly wanting to sell off here. Momentum waves are still pushing to the downside. Money flow still looks relatively good on Cipher B on our daily chart here though. So I wouldn't be surprised if we continue to find a bounce somewhere here and then start to make our way towards the upside. I think our 6-hour chart has also given us somewhat of a nice little let me delete this real quick. Okay. Our 6-hour chart is probably going to give us a green dot down here on our momentum waves, maybe send us back to the upside. Money flow still looks really, really good here. I think that it was about due for the altcoins to take a nice little run for us, and yeah, we've been experiencing some nice runs in our altcoins. So shout out to our Patreon members that have been staying up to date with all of the altcoin trades that I've been setting up for you too as well. If you're interested in joining us in our Patreon page, links in the description box below. If you want to pay with crypto, feel free to shoot me a message in Discord or through email, and I can show you how we can all get that set up with. So once you sign up through Patreon, just make sure that you give me your Discord username, and I'll give you access to our private category on our Discord server. So last but not least, let's jump over into gold. Looking at the fiat just really quick before we head over into gold. Fiat dollar, our 6-hour just about ready to roll over too as well. Looking at Cipher B, we're getting our red dot here too. We're starting to have these trigger waves to the upside, so definitely could be seeing possibly a bottom here, a consolidation. I would say it's more or less going to be a consolidation area for the dollar as of right now. I mean, stimulus checks have been getting passed and been getting pushed too as well. So I think that more likely this is going to end up rolling over once again, and we'll probably end up coming down to that 88 level that we've had our price targets on for a while. But we'll keep a close eye on it and see what's going to happen with that. And then we'll go over the gold charts. Let's move on over into gold too as well. Gold right now sitting right at about 19,045 or 1945, and you can see here that we've had a nice trend line break on gold too as well. We had this consolidation bottoming out pattern here, but we did break below it. We never quite fulfilled that 1 point extension to the downside, although this was a descending triangle here on our candles. Possibly more of a fake out. Usually we want to see more of a 5% move to the downside, and let's just kind of measure this out to see how far we actually broke down from here. More or less about a 3 to 4% drop to the bottom side. So not quite super indicating that we were going to continue further on down, but we did have a little bit of a bear trap there set up for us, and then we're now pushing through one of our major trend lines. This is actually a trend line that's on our daily time frame. So now if we are to draw possibly a 1 point extension out here with gold, we're probably looking at some prices a lot higher for gold too, maybe around $21,000 or so, or $2,100. So Gold could be ready to be pushed up all the way to that next 1 point extension area, maybe around 2100 or so. But let's take a look at our momentum waves and see what's happening here on Cipher B2 as well. Folks, if y'all are wondering what indicators we're using, we're using the Market Cipher indicator by CryptoFace alongside with the TI sequential by Tone Vays and the Market God buy and sell signal. So we're using a few paid for indicators on this channel. If you want to get those indicators, you can check the links in the description box below, and that'll also help support the channel too as well. Taking a look at our 2-day chart here, no sign of any crazy signs here just yet. It does look like our daily Cipher B in money flow was starting to recover to the upside. You can see that we're starting to move back into that greenish territory on our daily chart. Our 12-hour chart also, money flow kind of moving back into that upside. Let's take a look at the 21-hour and see what's happening here. Money flow still moving to the upside here, breaking these bullish trend lines. As you can see on our candles, we're starting to break above these resistance green trend lines here. So yeah, it's definitely probably going to be a nice little move here for gold as possibly more stimulus gets passed and we start to have some I think that January is going to be really crazy for the markets, but we'll probably start to see some of our assets perform a little bit more too as well. So with that being said, folks, I think we're going to go ahead and end it here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that way y'all can stay updated. Share this video with their friends and family if they're interested in crypto. We have our beginner course in crypto if they're interested in checking that out, or you can join us on our Patreon page and learn about some of the altcoins that we're trading, some of our long-term holds in altcoins too that are really doing awesome right now, folks. So I've actually moved everything over to Discord right now too. So if you join the Patreon page, that's basically just a payment processor, and then you'll get all the post updates inside of Discord. So with that being said, I'll see you on the next one, and stay in the green, folks. I'll see y'all then. Peace.